Hi guys, in this video I'd just like to show you how to keep your troops safe, staying safe and not lose them uh, when you don't want to, which it means, when you're defending and basically staying safe. See, when you're attacking, you are going to lose some troops obviously, but how to keep them safe and you can control that basically. So I want to divide the video into two parts. One is when you are offline, and the other one is when you are online. So let's start when you are offline. So when you're not playing, um, basically what you're going to be doing is if you can fit your entire army on the shelter, just do that. Go there, 12 hours, send your leader and all your army. Boom, safe. Safe for 12 hours, no issue. Just make sure that you don't have enough resources open out of your bag that you cannot protect, uh, and they will also be safe. So nothing else to be said there. If you can feed your entire army here, then all good. However, if you cannot feed your entire army, and that should be the case, because otherwise you have a small army, um, how can you stay safe if you are offline? The easiest way, and what is highly recommended, is that you stay shielded. You pop a shield and put a timer or an alarm or something 10 minutes before it drops, so to make sure you log back in and reshield, or or whatever you need, um, because once it drops, your army that is not protected, it's out waiting to be attacked, and it will get attacked, and it only takes 2 seconds to someone to port next to you, give you a solo march or a few solo marches, or set a rally on you. You are offline and they zero you. You lose everything you've been working for, so you don't want that. So yeah, if you can fit all in your shelter, make sure you log back in um, before the 12 hours and reshelter again. Pop a shield otherwise, or a third option, but careful with this one because it comes with a caveat, is that you can reinforce a friend. So you reinforce him, he can take that, so you can send that, reinforce another one, another friend, blah blah blah, as many marches you can send out of your castle, and that if that keeps all your troops safe, then you're safe. However, the things to note with that, if for whatever the reason the other castles drop their shields, your troops are gonna still gonna be on their castles. The moment they reshield again, your troops will automatically be sent back to you. Or if they do get attacked when they are unshielded, then your troops will be fighting in their castle with your mates' troops together, as if they were yours. However, you will take wounded, and it's okay, but there is a risk on doing all of that. So if someone says, I'm going to be shielded for the next 24 hours, then there is got to be some kind of trust that they're going to keep their word, because you could be sending their troops. If they decide to log back in um, and start fighting or whatever, then they have the troops with them, so they should tell you, or if they have been said, I'm gonna be shielded for 8 hours, just keep your words, guys, because otherwise it's no point on saying you're gonna be shielded when you're not. Now that's for when you are offline. So shelter, if it doesn't fit, just shield or use someone else shield. When you are online, you're playing the game, yeah. So let's divide this into questions. You're under attack and you decided for whatever the reason you don't want to take that attack, because whatever, your castle is not strong enough, you don't have enough troops, it's a high might player and it's going to destroy you, or you're going to take heavy losses or whatnot. Easiest thing to do, use a shield. Even if you are under attack, you use the shield, and their troops will bounce out of your shield. Adios. Nothing happens there. They just wasting their time. Um, don't port. Don't, if you are under attack and you use a random relocator or a relocator or whatever, what's gonna happen is you're gonna take the hit or the attack instantly, even if you port. Yes, you will be somewhere else and they will not see you, but you've taken that hit immediately. That's how it works. Um, what else? Sorry, bear with me. Um, yes. So that's provided you are not in Fury. You can shield at any time if you're not in Fury. If you're in Fury, and you should know how you get into Fury by scouting anyone, attacking anyone, reinforcing anyone if they are being rallied and you reinforce them, you get into Fury as well. If they're shielded or are not under attack, a rally, I mean, you don't get into Fury. Joining a rally, a castle rally, when you join it, you also get into Fury. So depending on your castle level, it will take 11, 13, 15, whatever you are, it will take that amount of minutes for your Fury to go off. And remember, when you're in Fury, you cannot shield. So that's the scenario where if you're in Furies, you know you cannot shield, and you know if you're gonna get attacked now by whoever, uh, and you don't want to take that attack because basically you've decided you cannot take that attack. What you can do to save some troops is to start hiding them, and by hiding them I mean to start getting them out of your castle so they will not engage in battle. One option, start a rally, 10 minutes or whatever, send your leaders, your heroes, sorry, because they will increase your army size. Oh, sorry, the first thing you want to do when you start hiding, um, depending on how much you have and all of that, you should calculate how much you can hide. Is pop a army size boost. So what it's going to do in each of those hiding marches, you can send more. Um, so, sorry. Send, hide as much as you can, click it so it starts, and boom, those are safe. Then what else? You can just pick a tile and send everything you can there. Yeah. If I click now, they'll start going there. Now, when you are hiding, going to a tile, there is one thing to keep in mind, and is that it's going to take 2 minutes to arrive. Uh, Hiding troops into a tile, you should always send them far enough that it gives you time for your fury to cool down. Why? Because okay, they're gonna take 2 minutes. So for 2 minutes they are safe. Nobody can do anything to them. However, once they land here, someone ports and decides to attack that, they have been attacked already. So they are sent back to you and you are in fury still. So you could just play around, like keep on, or the safest way is just to find a, so if you're here, you find a relatively far place, gather. I cannot say more, but you just somewhere far that it gives enough traveling time so you can, be safe for the amount of time at least that your fury is on. And once you're, so you would do that there. You would pick another one far, not just that one. But I cannot send anymore. That's all I can hide at the moment. Um, but do that as many times as your army limit allows you. And once they are traveling or they are in a darkness, they cannot be attacked. So what you can do is just to wait for the fury to calm down and chill. You can also send someone who is using a shield, you would send them some more troops, and you can also hide there. Yeah. So basically, that's that's how you hide your troops. And one more thing I want to say is I'm gonna have to wait to show you this, but one thing that you don't want to do is to make a camp to try to hide, you know. So hang on, give me a minute. So if you send a camp, yes, they are getting out of your castle, and they will not be engaged into battle, so they cannot. So they would you would think they would be safe. However, if when you are sending them to camp, um, whatever, if you're doing this and think, well, that's another army which is safe. However, if someone is watching an enemy and sees that you are trying to save your troops by sending them to places, what they are gonna likely do, if they know what they're doing, is they are gonna wait until your march is almost there, and then before it lands, they're gonna come here, port. I can do that because I have things moving around. But if they can, they will do that. And what's gonna happen is that that camp that you are putting there, what it's gonna do is it's gonna attack their castle. That's how the game works. So you will likely lose that march because you're against a castle with a solo march, and there is a certain amount of troops that if you have in your castle, you're safe. People cannot solo attack you. So when that happens, you will not only likely lose that march, but your fury will be activated again. It will the timer will restart because you have just attacked someone. So don't do that. Tiles, darkness, or another one with a shield. That's about it. That's only for when you decide that you cannot take that attack. But if you have a reasonable amount of troops, which we will get into another video of how to relatively stay safe on solo marches, then that's how you can save as much as you can. Okay, stay tuned. Hope you learned something there. Bye bye.